Hey there, Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. And while I'm shuffling, I want to, before I forget, thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your comments, for helping me to grow my channel. If you are a subscriber, be sure to hit the notification bell, because apparently, unless you've hit the notification bell, you might not necessarily know when I've uploaded videos, which I find weird. So, wow, you have a lot of cards here. Yes, yes, and yes. Wow. Lots of stuff going on with you, Leo. We're going to get into that just a second while I take a look at these and sort this out. I want to invite you to take advantage of the opportunity for $1.99. You can get a Equinox video, which is good for the next 6 months of what the changes are that are coming to you. And that way you can check out your sun, your moon, your rising for less than $6 for the next 6 months, which is really cool. And I'm also taking orders for the personalized monthly readings, which are the same cards that I use in the monthly readings, plus additional decks. So they run about 45 minutes, and they're just $19.99. So you can order for the Libra season or for Scorpio, and just let me know which one you want by emailing me. So you have cards here I've never seen before, so I want to get into this a little bit. So, first off, we have the Red Garden. The Red Garden is about finding the joy and the happiness. And we also have the No Rain Today card, which is, again, about your attitude. The Red Garden is also about, like, looking for fun. It's also nurturing others as well as yourself. But, Sleeping Beauty's dream has a house in it. And notice how the house looks like the house in this one. And I want to see how those come together, because we have the House of Flowers and Sleeping Beauty's dream. And so I feel like you're dreaming of the House of Flowers. And so 3 and 6 is 9. That's nearing an end of a cycle. So Sleeping Beauty's dream is soul journey. It's the power of imagination. It is inner strength. There you are, showing up for yourself. Imagine if your soul could wander while you sleep, which it does. What places and people would it visit? Envision the kind of journey you would have. Your soul is not tied to a certain place. So this is about you imagining your future. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Being who you want to be. Creating the life that you want to create. The House of Flowers is about power of nature, the joy of life, and diversity and beauty. So, even a single bloom in a vase can transform a space. Each petal is a world unto itself and creation of wonder. This card signals love for life in the moment of full of energy and beauty and joy. And so I feel like that you have been coming out of kind of a difficult time, and this week might have seemed a little more intense. That new moon that happened in your 3rd house of communications, of short distance travels, siblings, so maybe there was a lot of like tension around that arena, but an opportunity to really get somewhere. But I think the important thing here is the sense of hope that you really, what do you want? Dream your future into being. You decide. You decide that today there's no rain. Today there is nothing that's stopping me or holding me back. I'm going to step into my power. Okay, so this card is about power and responsibility. So it is about you stepping into your power. But the secrets is a 43, which is a 7. And 7 is about taking the high road. This card tells us about personal secrets, hidden thoughts, and ideas one keeps to themselves. Nobody is able to look inside your head unless you let them. So you have the power to decide how much of your thoughts you want to share with others, and a little mystery keeps the magic alive. So maybe not putting everything out there for everybody this week. You can dream it, you can look to the future, but maybe not sharing necessarily with everybody everything that's going through your mind might be advised. When I see that, that's part of you taking back your power. If you've been allowing somebody to get inside your head, maybe, you know, locking the door on that a little bit for a while wouldn't be such a bad thing. So we start out this week with the moon in your 4th house of home. Then we go into your 5th house of fun and romance on Wednesday. And then over the weekend, it's that balance, that work-life balance. And so maybe it's work that doesn't need to know that you're going to take a little time off for yourself, or it's just, I feel like there's just something, maybe there's a project at work that you don't necessarily need everybody to know what you're doing. Maybe you're doing some real innovative thinking. So balance and creation. Wow, my gosh. All right, let's get into this. Wow. Okay, so that you guys are having a cycle. Okay. So we have the World card. That is the end of a cycle. That is an end of a major cycle. There is a major ending. Maybe so not everybody needs to know everything about this ending. Taking back your power is you understanding that you are large and in charge. And so we have the ending of the cycle. Then we have this Ace of Pentacles, which is laying the foundation carefully laying the foundation. See how he's carefully placing the stones, but he has the level on there. So it's a level foundation that will create a stable structure on which to build, which leaves the opportunity for growth with the Empress. So this week is definitely about going to be discovering what the next steps are, maybe keeping some of it to yourself as you're laying the foundation, putting the pieces in place. It feels like a puzzle coming together is what I'm sensing. And then here we go. There's the need for balance, but it's moving forward, and it's moving forward with joy. If you notice, he's moving, he's busy, things are happening, he's having to shift, he's having to change, he's finding the joy in, I think, in finding the balance. Like, there's that sense of, I am in control of this, I am making this happen, this is my life, and I'm creating it. And there's a sense of joy that comes from that self-empowerment. And so, yes, dream of your future. Plant your seeds of intention for what it is you want. Maybe not share with everybody what you're doing, but you're definitely getting somewhere with this. And you're going to be doing it on your instincts, because here we start out with the moon in Scorpio, and Scorpio is about secrets and acceptance of the situation so that you can have growth. Which there's 2 cards of growth here. So the end of a cycle, that would be the acceptance, the growth, you know, and finding your passion. And he's definitely moving forward with passion. He's enjoying what he's doing. You do it with your intuition and your instincts. And maybe keeping a little bit of that to yourself. This is interesting. You have to take a chance on love. Maybe there's somebody that you've got your eye on. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. But when I read this, what I saw was self-love. I think when you love yourself and you step into your power, that's how you lay the solid foundation for potential and growth. Yes, it could be love with a partner. Absolutely. Maybe you've made a decision that you're going to ask someone to marry you and you're keeping it a secret. That you're going to ask them to marry you, but I wouldn't keep it secret that you love them. But when we move to Wednesday morning at 7:44 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time and the moon's in Sagittarius, this is your 5th house of fun and romance, but it says self-love. And so finding the joy and the happiness, but loving yourself, nurturing yourself, pouring the nourishment on yourself and allowing and counting the blessings of spirit. And the moon is going to be in a square with Neptune on Thursday. And so it's kind of a pause, kind of a break in the action. If you can, not make any major decisions, but instead allow yourself to feel and dream. And know what it is that you are trying to head toward, where it is you're trying to go. Because it's about looking to the future, the next couple of steps. And when we get to Capricorn, it's about looking ahead to the future. And so the end of a cycle and planting, creating that solid foundation to allow for growth, to bring stability and balance, to bring the balance in. Wow. Okay, navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. That's so what that looks like to me. Walk in beauty, the wondrous universe. This is opportunity to really bring something great into your life. Okay, so here's that resting pause, right? Watching the clouds. So dreaming your future into being, navigating by the stars, the wondrous universe, really diving deep and thinking about what it is that you really want to create. So many cards. You have the rejuvenating rain. Clear the past, heal the present. That is that world card. You're at the end of a major cycle, things that you need to let go of. Release the resentments and the anger and the anxiety and take back your power. Take back your self-love, your self-respect, your self-esteem, and stand in the light of your truth. That's your power. And this truth is about being really honest with yourself about where you are and what's going on. What is it do you want? This is a little period of contemplation and pouring that self-love all over yourself this week. Capricorn brings a sense of stability. That happens Friday afternoon at 1:43 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And this is the stability is the balance. It's creating the balance in your life. It's looking ahead, seeing that there's a path ahead, assessing from a higher vantage point of where it is that you want to go, and using your intuition to discern it. You've come out of a tough cycle, Leo. I've been watching this, but it looks like you've turned the page. And now it's time to take care of yourself. End of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. So I just want to say congratulations. I feel like Spirit is so proud of you. Like you really stood your ground and you've stood in there and you stood for your truth. Oh boy. So as you're making this transition from the end of a cycle to the beginning of a new cycle that has all this potential for growth, and you're maintaining your balance, and we have this discovering your truth, you stand in the light of your truth, out pops the Parrot Spirit, which says watch your words. But again, there's that secret card there. So I think maybe not so much watch what you say to other people in anger, although that was my first thought, but then I remembered the secret card is here. And so again, not necessarily telegraphing every move to every person seems to be really important. You have Sandpiper, be playful, balance, moving forward, and I want to say remembering that life has a lot of fun aspects to it and rediscovering them. And Spirit has a plan. If you really look at this, this is Spirit and the Ascended Masters stitching together your life. Spirit has a plan. And it doesn't always feel like that. And sometimes when it gets a little rough and bumpy, sometimes when we fall off the skateboard and we bang up our knees, we're like, well, that was a plan? That hurt. But you learn something, right? You can't take the skateboard over the cover to the manhole cover, right? Like oh, avoid that. So, or worse, hopefully the cover was on and you didn't fall in, get into the sewer, right? I think it was the last reading I did for you guys. What I saw was a wet kitten. When I see this, I think you're shaking yourself off, cleaning it up. That's it, you're done. And you're moving forward. So good for you. Because Leo as a wet kitten is not a good look. Right? Not a good look. Oh, so developmental clarity. This is that discernment of what's really important. This is the assessing. This is looking at the plan. So over the weekend coming up, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, really developing the mental clarity. I see here nurturing throughout the week, looking for the happy in the small moments. Go out and buy yourself some fresh cut flowers. That'll make you feel good. It's not that expensive, but it does remind you of the beauty of nature, the simple things. You can pick them up for like $5, right? Or, maybe you can find them in the field and cut them for free. It's not about what they cost. It's about what it reminds you. It reminds you that there's a cycle to everything, and you plant the seeds. Oh my gosh, really? Okay, so you plant the seeds, there's growth, there's the bloom, and yes, they will fade, But then when they fade, when a cycle ends, there are seeds that you plant for the next one. Go get yourself some flowers and remind yourself, look at this, you have cherry, live an extraordinary life, and gold, attract abundance. And the way you attract abundance is by raising your vibrational level. We attract in equal vibrational energy to what we're putting out into the universe. So forgive, release, look for the joy, look to the future, look to the future. Spirit has a plan. Spirit has a plan. So trust that. You were asked with that new moon to trust, to take the leap of faith and to trust. And Spirit's saying, no, really, we have a plan. So go find the happy, put the playful back in your life, and live an extraordinary life that attracts the abundance to you. You can do this. You're a Leo. You can absolutely do this. All right. You have a good week. I will see you back here on Thursday for love and money reading. I was requested to put the weeklies back on Monday, so that's what I'm doing. I think they do work better that way. So I will see you on Thursday for a little fun. And you take care and be extraordinary. You are extraordinary. Know that you're extraordinary because you are.